Hey friends, so we're gonna go now prepare your PC with everything that you need in order for you to start practicing SQL with me using SQL Server, and of course everything is for free. So now the first step is that we're gonna go download and install Microsoft SQL Server locally at your PC, and then in the next step we're gonna go download and install another software called SSMS. It is like a client in order to interact with the SQL server. And of course, after that, what do we need? We need data. That's why we're gonna go download and create 3 different databases for you to practice advanced topics in SQL. And in the last step, I'm gonna take you into a tour into the new interface of SSMS for you to get familiar with the interface of the clients. So guys, let's start with the first step. We're gonna go download and install Microsoft SQL Server locally at our PC. So let's go. So what is an SQL Server? SQL Server is a database management system where it runs a database and it stores data as well. So it is basically where the database lives. In companies, usually they install SQL Server on one of their on-prem services, or they use a service from clouds where it runs an SQL Server. And now of course, don't worry, we will not buy any cloud services or we will not use any powerful servers. What we're gonna do, and for free, we're gonna go download and install SQL Server at our PC locally in order to practice SQL. Okay, let's go and download it. Either go to Google and search for SQL Server downloads, or go to the link in the description where I have collected all the links that we need. So the first one, we're gonna go to download SQL Server. So let's go and open that, and now we're gonna land on the Microsoft page where we can see the different offering from Microsoft for SQL Server. So either we have it on the Azure or we can download it on the on-premises, but we don't want those stuff. Just scroll down to see those 2 options. So the first option on the left side, we have the Developer Edition. You will get all the features and services that Microsoft offers with the SQL Server. It is as well free, but the installation here is a little bit complicated. But in the second option on the right side, we have the Express Edition. The installation here is going to be really fast and very easy. You will get as well all the stuff that you need for practicing SQL and learn SQL. So both of the options are free. It's just a matter of the installation. We will go now for the Express Edition. So go and click download now, and it's very small file. So let's go and start it. And now the installation gonna start. So we have basic, custom, and download media. So download media means download now and later we're gonna do the installation. Custom means we have more control on how to download and install the stuff. The basic is the easiest one and the quickest one. So let's go with the basics and click on that. And let's go and accept all those stuff. And now let's click on install. So now it's gonna install the applications, drivers, and so on. It may take a little bit time. Alright, so with that we are done with the first step. We have downloaded, installed SQL Server locally at our PC. So now everything up and running. Let's move to the next step where we're gonna go and download SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS. It is a graphical interface where you can go and start interacting with the database, where you can see the data, write queries, solve tasks, and so on. So in order to do that, let's go and click on Install SSMS. So let's click on that. You can find, of course, this link as well with the other links that I have collected. So now we are again at Microsoft page. Let's go scroll down, and now we will see the following link: free download for SQL Server Management Studio SSMS. So let's go and click on that, and then it's gonna go and download it. Let's go and start it. So the first thing that we have to define the location. I will go with the default stuff. So let's click on install. Okay, setup completed. We just installed SSMS. So let's go and close it. So now let's go and start it. If you go to your menu over here, search for SQL Server, and you will find it here, SQL Server Management Studio. Let's go and start it. Okay, so now we're gonna get this window in order to connect to our server. So again, what is our server? It is the one we have installed at the first step, SQL Server Express. And that's why you're gonna see in the server name, your PC name, of course, like it's not gonna be my PC name, but here we have something called SQL Express. This is the server we just installed. So in the first option, we have database engines, we have reporting services. Those are different stuff from Microsoft. We're gonna leave it as a database engine, and it should be like this, SQL Express. Now, how to access this database? We have the following stuff. We can do that using the window authentications or SQL Server authentications. I'm gonna say that let's stick with the window authentication. And the username gonna be the PC name and as well the window user. if you don't have it for some reason, those informations, you can go to your search for CMD. And then here you can say, who am I? And with that, you will get the PC name and as well the user that you are currently logged in. And this is exactly what I'm seeing over here. So we will not change anything. Let's go and hit connect. Perfect, very nice. I didn't get an error. If you have the same, that means now we are connected to our SQL server. Okay, so with that, we are done with the second step where we have downloaded and installed SSMS. So we have all the softwares now running at our PC. In the next step, we're gonna go and get data. So we're gonna go download and restore 3 different databases. So here we have different sources for the databases, one that I have prepared and another one from Microsoft. So the one that I've prepared is very simple database with few records for the sales, and I made it in order to practice SQL. So let's go and download it. Let's just click on the download course data. And below that, we have the data model of the course. So let's go and click on this link. And what we're going to see over here is a data model of the database. As you can see, it's very simple. Those are the tables and the relationship between them. So it's very classic. We have in the middle, the central table, very important one, the orders, then left and right, few tables like the product, customers, and employees. And all of them have a relationship to the table orders. So as you can see, it's very simple database. Let's go to the next link where we're going to go now and download the databases from Microsoft. So let's download project data, and here we have again a Microsoft page where it says AdventureWorks simple databases. Let me just scroll down, and as you can see here we have 3 types of databases. We have OLTP, data warehouse, and lightweight, and you can see the last version of each type. So now let me just explain for you quickly what is OLTP and data warehouse. So what is OLTP? OLTP stands for online transactional system. It is classic. If you go to any company, you're gonna find there few operational databases where they deal with day-to-day business and transactions. So it is a traditional operational database that you can find it everywhere in each company that is optimized to do read and write requests. But in the other hand, we have another type of databases called data warehouses or OLAP. What is OLAP? OLAP stands for online analytical processing. So this type of databases, they are optimized in order to handle large amount of data in order to do data analytics, business intelligence, maybe to build reports, dashboards, and usually they contain data model that contains dimensions and facts. They form something like this, a cube. This cube can help you in order to do analytics, to slice the data, to filter the data, and so on. Okay, so now let's go and download them. Let's click on the OLTP, AdventureWorks, and as well for the data warehouse. I would say let's download both of them. So now we have several databases in our download folder. Let's go over there and we can see we have the 2 AdventureWorks from Microsoft and the 1 zip file that we have just downloaded. This is the simple database that I've created. So let me just extract it first in order to get the file. Let's just get the file over here. So now we have the 3 databases and they all end with the same format. BAK. This format, the BAK, stands for backup. That means we have a backup of the databases and we have to go and restore them in our server, or let's say install them. In order to do that, we have to go to a specific folder. So we need the path for that. I've prepared that as well in the link. So just go and copy this path and let's go back to our Explorer. And let's just go over there. So as you can see, we don't have any backups. Now we're gonna go and copy those files inside this path. So if I just go back, let's go copy and go to the path and just paste them. Great, now we have the files in the correct place. If the path didn't work for you, maybe you have different version of the SQL Express like I have. So make sure to go to program files, then Microsoft SQL Server, then check the SQL Express, then MS SQL, and then to the backup. You should have something very similar for it. So now let's go back to the SSMS and restore the databases. Okay, let's open again our application. As you can see, we have the server and inside it we have the databases. Let's go to the databases. Inside it, we don't find anything yet. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna click on the databases, right click on it, and we will go and restore the 3 databases, but we have to do it one by one. So let me show you the steps. So click on restore databases. Here we have the sources. We're gonna go to the device. So go and select a device, and then we're gonna go to this button, the 3 dots. So click on that. After that, we're gonna go click on add. And as you can see, now we can see the 3 databases. So let's go with the first one. Click OK, and then again OK. Yeah, now we have the database over here. So let's go and hit OK. So now we are restoring or installing the database is successful. So if you click OK over here, you can see we have now a new database called AdventureWorks 2022. This is the OLTP. Okay, so now we have to get the other databases. So let's keep doing the same stuff. Database, restore database. I'm just gonna do it quickly. Device, 3 points, add, and then the DW or the data warehouse. Okay, and okay. So successful, and we got now our second database on the left side. You can see it over here. Let's go and import or restore the last one, the one that I've prepared, the simple one. So add sales database. Okay, and one more. Okay. So now we have on the left side 3 databases. Alright friends, so with that we are done with the third step. We have now data, we have databases in order to start now selecting and querying the data. So we have the application, we have the data, and now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take you in a very quick tour into the interface of the client, the SSMS. So let's go. So now in order to see and check the data, it's like hierarchy. So if you go to the sales DB, like let's go inside it, and now you can find a lot of stuff like tables, views, and so on. The main one gonna be the tables. So let's go inside the tables, and here you're gonna find our tables. So the customers, employees, orders, and so on. So now in order to see the data, go for example to the orders, right click on it, and here we have different stuff. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go and say select top 1000 rows. So let's click on that. Great, finally we can see some data. So as you can see, we have over here a query editor. You're gonna write your query over here, your select statements, and then we have here the result grids. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna write over here the query. For example, let me just remove a few stuff. And then once we are done with the query, we have to execute it. In order to do that, we can go over here and click execute. Very simple. So as you can see, SQL execute the query, and we're going to get the new result here in the result grid. So let's say that you need to write another query in order to make a new tab. What you're going to do, you're going to go over here to a new query. And with that, we're going to get clean a new window in order to write our SQL. And one more thing that is very important to understand, especially if you have multiple databases inside your server, that you select the correct database in your query. For example, over here, if you go, you can see that we are selecting currently the SalesDB database. So now anything that I'm querying now, it should be a table inside this database. So customers, and let's execute. So now we are selecting a table that is inside the SalesDB. And now if you want to select a table which comes from other database, make sure to switch the databases. So let's go over here and switch it to, for example, AdventureWorks. And now if I go and execute this, it will say, in this database, I don't find the table. So if you are confused and say, I can see the sales customers over here, and I'm still getting the error from SQL that it's not finding it, it's because you are selecting the wrong database. So now what happens if you want to work with multiple databases in the same query? What you can do, you can define it at the start. So you can say salesdb.sales.customers. So that means we have like here hierarchy. Here we have a database, then the schema, then the table name. And now if I go and execute this, even though that I'm different database, it's going to understand this table comes from other database, and we will get the result. So that means in one query, you can query multiple tables from multiple databases. So either you can go and switch it from here, or you can use these statements. I can say use sales DB. And with that, I'm telling SQL, now use this database instead of the other. And as you can see, SQL gonna go and switch it. So now since I am inside the database, it makes no sense to tell SQL again about the database. So I just can go and remove it, and it's gonna work. Alright everyone, so with that we have prepared your environment, you have everything to start doing amazing work in SQL. So now I would say just go and explore the other databases, just do random selects in order to understand what do we have from content inside those databases. And if you would like to see the data model of the AdventureWorks, I have it as well as a link over here. So if you go to the data warehouse data model, you can see over here all tables that are available. As you can see, we have a lot of tables. So since it's data warehouse, you have dimensions and facts, and as well for the OLTP, I have it for you. So if you click over here, you will find a huge operational database with a lot of stuff. So here they mark it with sales, persons, products, purchases, and so on. Alright friends, so with that we have prepared your PC with everything that you need in order to start practicing SQL. So we have the SQL server, the client SSMS, the data, the 3 databases, and now you are ready to practice with me advanced topics in SQL. And now in the next chapter, we're gonna deep dive into the world of window functions in SQL. They are the most important group of functions that you need for data analysis. So I really want you to focus on this. You're gonna end up using those functions in real projects, I promise you. If you like this video and you want me to create more content like this, I'm gonna really appreciate it if you support the channel by subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. All those stuff gonna help the channel with the YouTube algorithm, and as well my content gonna reach the others. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.